when the natives in California, there would be a time when it was like, okay, well, we're gonna teach, we're gonna teach this guy how to make a bow. We're gonna teach him how to make wood tools, basically, right? So, okay, so what's the right time to cut a bow? And you tell a kid, oh, you gotta cut a bow on the full moon. That's the time to cut the tree. And they'll say, well, I don't need to. So to prove the point, what they would do was they'd actually take them out, and they'd take like 6 sticks. And they'd go, okay, now cut that one on the new moon, and we're gonna stick it in the ground, and cut this one, on the next quarter and the next quarter, and they'd cut all these different sticks, and they'd put them all in. And they'd go, okay, now remember, the first one you did, the oldest one was on the full moon. And what would happen was they'd go back and they'd put them in the ground, so buried in the dirt so that they would rot. And what would happen was all the ones that weren't cut on the full moon, you could go up there and they would be, termites, they'd be brittle, you'd be able to just kick them right over and they'd just come off clean at the dirt, and there you wouldn't even be able to see hardly the wood in the ground, And then the ones that were cut on the full moon would just still be perfect. And so that is why they would actually cut stuff to be used for wooden tools, would be cut on the full moon. Because for some reason, when you cut something on the full moon, it's been drawing up all of everything, it's all maxed out, because while the moon is getting bigger up to the full moon, everything's kind of drawing up. So for me, with like the buds, I always think about that. Well, do you want to have shelf life on your weed? Probably right around the full moon is going to be better than around the new moon. So for me, if I can, don't get me wrong, if it's finished and it looks like it's at its best and it's the new moon, I'm going to cut it. But I'm also going to figure that things that I cut around the full moon are probably going to have better shelf life and be more durable and hold up better, based on the fact that they're made out of plant matter, and so is wood.